Okay, so if you're watching this video, we probably already have the design set. We already have the samples in hands. The web store link is ready to go. And now what? Here is where I want to help you dial in your marketing. Because here's the thing, the design might look awesome. You might be super happy with the garments, but if no one knows about this, they're simply not going to order. And if you don't truly hit all the communication channels you have, I don't care how cool the design is or what the garments look like, you're simply just going to leave a lot of sales on the table. And to be honest with you, this is where most gyms fail with apparel projects. They do all the hard work to get the mock-ups ready and think about all the options, and then they just barely tell anyone about it. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick checklist to make sure your apparel order is actually maximized to the best of your ability. And part one, we need to start with the assets you already have. And here's the easiest win. Use what's already done for you. You've already got the professionally built mock-ups. They're social media ready. There's no cropping needed. You don't need to go into Canva and do anything else with them and make it look better. Just take the mock-ups and drop them straight into Instagram, Facebook, and your member group today. And if you're not sure what to say, use the marketing templates we provide. We've given you the exact wording, posting schedule, and even the variations for email, social, and text. You don't even have to overthink this, just copy, paste, and post. Now, part two, I want you to run a 7-day communication cadence. And this is a huge part that most gym owners miss because they'll just post once on social media, they'll make some disappearing story on Instagram, and they're like, I posted it all the time. No, you didn't, because I have a social media account too. I know just how the reach on these accounts isn't what you think it is. And that's the honest truth. So really what we need to do is make sure we're hitting every single communication channel that you have available in your gym. And you have way more than you even think of. But here's how I want you to think about these 7 days. Days 1 and 2, I want you to do a major announcement. Every single platform you have, post on social media, send an email to your newsletter group, post announcements through your gym management software, put a QR code at the front desk, put a QR code on the whiteboard, make sure people are announcing stuff before and after class, like all out communication blitz. That's for days 1 and 2. And then on days 3 and 4, that's when I want you to focus on midweek social proof. And this is where momentum is going to start to build. And just make a post saying thank you to everyone who's ordered thus far, and tag a few names of like your rock solid clients who you love and people look up to and people really like. And people seeing their friends buying is going to make them way more likely to buy than if it's just, hey, buy merch, it's available here. And on days 5 and 7, I want you to do one big final push. All out blitz, post in your member app, DM people directly or pull people aside directly and say, hey, did you order the hoodie order? I know you always ask about this stuff. Here's how to order, here's the link. And as always, make sure that the deadline is very, very clear. The order closes Friday at 11:59 p.m. Please get your orders in ahead of time. I'm not ordering any extras. Please let people know that these deadlines exist and they will take action. But think of this, again, as an all-out blitz. Now is not the time to be bashful. Now is not the time to give up. The last 2 days of any apparel order, marketing-wise, are some of the most fruitful that you have. And look, I already lay all this out for you. So what I really want you to do is stop guessing. I want you to follow this checklist and you'll reach every member in multiple places without annoying anyone. Now, part 3, I want you to use the 4 incentives. And you can think about this before we launch these orders too, but really consider 4 incentives to help get people to buy. Now, first, let's talk about psychology because this is where sales actually happen. There are 4 incentives that drive action. 1 is a price incentive. So that might sound like, hey, the pre-order price is $27.99, but if you guys buy my inventory, I will have some inventory, it's going to be $32.99. And people like to win, and give them a reason to act now by saving a little money. And a price incentive is not a discount. So again, I have another video on this channel about price incentives versus discounts. A price incentive is not a discount. So what I'm not asking you to do is like, yeah, shirts are 20 bucks each if you pre-order them, and then they'll be 25 when they get here. Don't do that. Charge a price that you're comfortable capturing. So whether that's 27 or 30 bucks, whatever, but make the inventory price about $5 to $6 more and people will participate in the pre-order. And I just try and be as honest as possible about this. People will take action on the pre-order and participate when there is a financial penalty for not participating in it. And that's the only way to fix this stuff. So again, implement a price incentive. I'm not asking you to discount anything. It's just an incentive for people to act early. Now, the second incentive is time. Keep your pre-order tight, 5 to 7 days with no extensions. Hard deadlines create urgency. To be honest with you, the one thing that drives me nuts in this process is when an owner's like, yeah, we'll close it 4 to 6 weeks from now. Why? What are you doing in 4 to 6 weeks? Like, I follow all you guys on social media. I follow a lot of like what you guys are posting. No one is posting consistently for 4 to 6 weeks. That's just the honest truth. What you're doing is saying, I'll post on day 1, 2, and then like the last 2 days. What's the point of doing that? You're not going to scoop up as many people as you think in 4 to 6 weeks. And to be honest with you, I put this to the test. I had a couple gyms run a 1-day pre-order, and their order size was the exact same size as their previous ones, by just doing a 1-day pre-order. So why drag this process out? Get things done in 5 to 7 days and move on with your life. Now, incentive 3 is samples. I send free sizing samples for every order, so let people touch, feel, try things on ahead of time, and we're getting over the biggest objection, because the biggest issue in e-commerce apparel right now is returns, size charts. I don't know how things fit and feel. I don't want to buy it. We are overcoming this objection ahead of time. Ask anyone who owns some type of apparel e-commerce business. The biggest thing they deal with and hassle they deal with is returns. I don't know what size to order. Just tell people the sizing samples exist, and people are way more likely to buy something if they can touch, feel, and try it on ahead of time. And the fourth incentive is some type of special benefit. And it could just be something simple like add a small bonus like, hey, here's my free top 10 high protein breakfast ideas. Or if you pre-order apparel, you will get a free 15-minute nutrition consult with me directly, and we can talk more about your nutrition goals. Just something where you can turn apparel into a higher ticket service opportunity, because I guarantee there's going to be people who cash in these nutrition consults or habits challenge consult where you're like, I didn't know this person was interested in nutrition. They look great. What's the issue? You can open up more conversations, because there's a lot of you guys out there who are like, I don't want to do apparel because it like doesn't revolve around the gym. It can, it's just you have to be a little bit more creative about opening up those conversations. And look, these aren't gimmicks. They're behavior triggers that make people move right now. And that's all that matters. We need to answer the question, why should someone order something right now? And these 4 incentives will definitely answer that question and make things a lot more urgent. Now, part 4 is leveraging the gym owner advantage. And here's what you need to remember. You have 3 to 5 hours a week of your members' undivided attention, and no other business has this. So I want you to use it. Talk about the pre-order before and after class. Have your coaches direct people to the samples. Keep them at the front desk. Make sure the mockups are visible in multiple places, and just make it part of the daily energy in your gym that week. Your members love being part of something. You just need to remind them that this is part of the culture. This is something we do here. Part 5, I want you to set a goal and measure it. Don't just like throw up an order and say, I'll get what I can. Don't do that. A good pre-order should hit 20 to 30% of member participation. That's your target. Not 100%, not 95%, just 20 to 30%. Let's try and get 20 to 30% of the gym pre-ordering apparel. And look, if it's higher, awesome. Let's figure out what worked and do more of that. And if it's lower, get feedback from your most loyal members. Get feedback from your coaches. What did we do wrong? Where did we miss here? Were we consistent with marketing? But at least now we have a yardstick. At least we have somewhere to figure out what worked, what didn't work, and make this better in the future. But another kicker or another bonus I tell people with these metrics is when you get the profits from your apparel orders, give it a purpose. Don't just like throw it in your checking account and then like spend it immediately. Like use it to buy new equipment, fund a member appreciation event, take your team out, keep it yourself and go on a vacation. I don't care, but give it a purpose rather than just like, oh, here's more money in the account. So give it a purpose, and when it stops feeling optional or like just some bonus money, when it actually has a real purpose in your life that benefits you, it becomes part of how you actually grow your business. So as I tell people, don't overcomplicate this. Marketing your apparel isn't a guessing game. It's a quick checklist you can repeat every single drop. And if you want to see the full process breakdown, check out the other video on how we handle everything from start to finish. But for now, run this play exactly as written, and your next pre-order will sell itself. As always, if you want to learn more about working with us here at Forever Fierce, click the link in the description, book a call with me directly, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.